Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here in the lovely World of Raccoons with me, Vanillaraccoon. Heyo! And I just want to say thank you all ever so much for your strong support on the first episode. It truly means a lot to me. I like to think that the World of Raccoons is not just another community, but it is something more. One where we like to help pick one another up when we're down, and we also like to inspire one another to try new things and to also go out into the world and learn a few new things. At least 2 things every day. Well, maybe not every day. But anywho, what are we going to be doing in this episode? Well, we are going to be transforming this structure right here. Now, I am aware that we have a villager that is living within it, so it may be a little difficult to begin the transformation without disrupting him, because I don't want to try and transfer him into another structure. That is going to be a tedious project within itself, and I don't feel like chasing another villager around the place and then trying to lure him into a house for his own protection. But like I said, we're going to be transforming this structure. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to begin to get my build on off camera. That way I can take some time to home in on the design that I already have planned out for this transformation project, and then once I get a little work done, I'll bring it back and I'll share with you all my thinking process for what I have done so far, and then from there we may do some building on camera, because although I do not believe in perfection, I do believe in complacency. And at least in my opinion, that is never a good thing to dwell in. So I at least would like to continue to practice building on camera, so then I can better my commentary skills and eventually one day be able to provide a building on camera segment with no awkward commentary whatsoever. But I think that's enough jibber jabbering, so I hope you guys are excited for this transformation project, and I'll see you guys in a moment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the first section of this new structure is completed, and I gotta say, it at least looked ever so beautiful, and that is because we have a little variation going on in terms of the choice of stone that we're using along with the wooden resources. So let's go ahead and just take a look at that, shall we? Here we have a mixture of stone brick blocks and stone brick stairs, and that is to give this tall structure the idea that there is some support lingering around the bottom, so that way the weight of it won't have it crippling down within itself. And then to help show support for the remainder of this structure, we have some cobblestone walls and some spruce fence posts that will be holding up the horizontal support beams that we have going on right here. And just for a little touch of detail, I went ahead and took some wooden buttons and placed them on the face where the rings are exposed. And then, as you can tell, we have some cobblestone stairs that are placed upside down. And before we get into why that is so, let's go ahead and take a peek at the ground floor. So this is where we're going to be entering and exiting the vicinity, and just in case we have anything on our person that we want to quickly get rid of, we can go ahead and just dump it into this chest right here, or we can lift up this trapdoor and then place it in the chest just behind it. And if we have some armor on us that we don't want to trudge around the house, then we can go ahead and just hang it up on the armor stand right here. Now, moving up, and I should probably finish this stairwell before I finish the rest of the structure, but right here, this is going to be the second floor. And what I'm going to do is just right here, I'm going to raise it up in a total of 4. We're then going to bring it across in a total of 3. We're going to hop down here. Let's grab our polished diorite. And for now, at least, what I want to do is I just want to fill up the walls. That way, then, I don't have to worry about being stuck with figuring out where I want to place the windows, and then let that take up all of my time that I could be using to simply get my build on. That's a matter of figuring out what is more important to take care of and time management, I suppose. But let's just go ahead and continue to finish this up. That's a total of 4. Let's go ahead and grab the remainder of our dark oak logs and then bring this across in a total of 3. Hop down, pop. Oh, didn't mean to hop that far down, but let's just go ahead and quickly climb back up. And then what we're going to do is, while we're here, let's just go ahead and fill in this wall 3 by 3 with a polished diorite, and then we'll continue to raise up the corners and then place our horizontal beams just like that. And you know what? While I'm up here, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do something like this. And this is going to be where the roof of the structure begins at, believe it or not. However, I do not think I have, oh yes I do. I don't have a crafting chest table on me though, so I think this is probably going to be a good time to do a brief little cut, so that way I can stock up on the resources that I'm going to need and then continue to get my build on. But let's just take a moment to look around the structure from the outside. Let's re-enter theater mode and give ourselves a clean screen. I think this looks fairly nice, at least in my opinion it does. And I like how this is shaping out. So let me go ahead and do all of what I just said I would like to do, gather up my resources and grab a crafting chest table and also finish this spiral staircase. And when I bring it back, I think the structure will overall be completed. And then from there, we'll see what we can do on camera. So I'll be right back with you. So for the most part, this structure is nearly completed. All we have to do is apply the second half of the roof, and I thought I would go ahead and do that on camera with you all, so that way you guys can learn a thing or two when it comes to building. Now, I do think I'm actually, oh, I already have a crafting chest table on my person. Let's just go ahead and grab some more cobblestone, because something tells me we're gonna need a fair amount of that. But I think that's pretty much all we're gonna need in terms of the resources. So let's go ahead and finish pillaring up here. And then what we're going to do is actually, no, we're gonna hop down here. So once we have created this small little L shape going on with the stairs, we're then going to go up in a total of 2 with our cobblestone blocks, place a cobblestone stair that is facing the opposite of the one over there, and then just on the back end, we're going to place a single cobblestone stair that is upside down and facing inwards, and then we're going to place a third cobblestone block, not cobblestone blocks, a third cobblestone stair, and this one's going to be facing away from the structure. And then in between here, we're just going to place one upside down facing away the structure. On top of that, we're going to place another one, and then another upside down cobblestone stair. Boy, that's a little hard to say over and over. I'd like to see you guys try and say that. Cobblestone stair, cobblestone stair, cobblestone stair. But then we're going to extend this inwards in a total of 3 with the dark oak stairs. And then, oh, can I just place you down rightly? There we go. And then in this corner is where we're going to place a dark oak plank, and then we're going to do the exact same thing that we did over on that side, right on over here. And that's pretty much what we're going to be doing for that corner as well. So depending on how much of my resources I have left after constructing this corner, I may just do that off camera along with applying the details for the lower portion of this roof. I guess that would be the overhang to be technical. But let's just finish this up real quick, and actually we're gonna have to remove this for a moment so we can place our upside down cobblestone stair, and then we'll go ahead and place this, and we'll just go ahead and create the nifty looking piece of detail that's going to be at the center of the 2 corners coming together, just like that. And then let's go ahead and begin to clear up the bar. So we'll just place all of this right here. What am I forgetting to place? Oh, dark oak stair. And now let's just hop on top of the well, which I think I'm probably going to transform as well, along with a fair majority of the other parts of this village. But oh man, for a moment, out of the corner of my eye, I saw the nitwit, and I was thinking, like, what is that? And then I was like, oh yeah, that's now a thing in Minecraft, the nitwit villagers. But this is what the overall roof for this house is going to look like. And as you can tell, it is going to be 3 stories tall. The ground floor is going to be our storage. The second floor is going to be, where we will craft and smelt and cook up anything that we may want to. And then the tippy top of the structure itself is going to be the bedroom. So let me go ahead and finish laying down the roof, and I'll see you guys when we're ready to do a little interior design. No, I gotta first show the room, and then you can go ahead and do as you want. Let me just go ahead and record this real quick, okay? Okay, dude. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is what I've done for the interior design for the 3rd floor of our Nitwit's house here. As you can tell, it's a fairly open space that we have, and I wanted to try and make this look as much of a bedroom as I could. But I also wanted to leave our little Nitwit friend a little open space just in case maybe he didn't feel like laying his head to rest to make it the day on his bed. He would have some open space on the floor that he could possibly then make a pillow fort out of, or something along those lines if he had an adult friend spending the night as well. But as you can tell, we're using paintings to help just build the warm, cozy feeling that this is a bedroom. And also, for once in my build, I am using carpet. Now, when I took a screenshot of this room and I shared it with SloyXP, he mentioned that I should probably remove the wood beneath the bed and replace it with blue wool. But although that is a good idea, the reason why I'm not going to is because it would then interfere with the look of the ceiling for the 2nd floor. Also, in the event that I did some work off camera and didn't show this is what I have for the 2nd floor. I have 2 double chests. On this side we're going to be storing our wood-based resources at, and then on this side is where our stone-based resources will be at. And then right here we just have a little furnace that we can cook up our meats or smelt some ores, and then just beside it is where we can store all of the foods and stuffs. And then right here we have a crafting chest table, so then we may craft whatever it is our heart desires. Okay, now that I went ahead and showed everyone your bedroom, you can go ahead and jump on it as much. You can go ahead and jump on your bed as much as you'd like, dude, okay? You're free to do so. After successfully transforming a villager house and then also furnishing it up and doing a bit of an A1 interior design job, I thought I would go ahead and begin to furnish and do an A1 interior design job for my own house. And as you can tell through the propped open trap doors and with the flower pots holding various saplings on the balcony, I've done already from afar what appears to be a magnificent job. But let's go ahead and, can I please push button? Oh, the cursor was just above it by a smidget. My bad. So right off the bat we have a little carpet going on, a little carpet design going on, I should say, where we actually are using carpets, but then we also are using wool blocks, so that way it adds a little depth in terms of it being like, say for example, we walk in, we wipe our feet, and then we begin to walk around. And sometimes if you walk around a carpet or you have a welcome mat or something similar to that lingering around, it's eventually going to get brushed up against a wall or get little ruffles going on within it. But then also right here we have a chest where I can deposit anything that I may have on my person. However, for now at least, this is where I'm going to be hoarding my landscape resources at. And then right here, in the event that I have some soaking wet armor that I want to leave to dry, I can just hang it up right here. A fun little fun fact actually, if you have a button on the wall like right where it's positioned at, you cannot place an armor stand down. You have to first place the armor stand down and then place the button. Just thought that would be a little fun fact for anyone who thought to do that in their own world or on the server they're playing on. But then we have the flooring, and I was thinking to myself, you know what, I've created a fair amount of houses and other structures that have slabs or whole planks as the floor. But then I thought, you know what, let's do something different for my signature fantasy house. And I decided to just take the dark oak logs and the spruce logs and just sprinkle them within the ground. And then I did the exact same thing with the cobblestone blocks and the stone slabs. And at least you can somewhat tell that, well, hold on a second. Do I have a pickaxe on me? No. I was going to say that at least you could somewhat tell beneath the furnaces we have a mixture of the stone slabs and cobblestone blocks. But actually, now that I look at it from various perspectives, I don't think you can actually tell. Oh well, at least I know that there's a mixture of stone slabs and cobblestone blocks. So as we make our way towards the stairwell here and we begin to look up, we're going to see a painting, and that should indicate that this is going to be a warm, cozy house. At least that's the vibe I'm trying to go with. So then once you turn the corner, you're then going to see this cauldron that is acting as, I'm going to say, a large basket that we have plants growing within, and then just beside it we have a nice little birch table. And the reason why I went with birch is because I wanted it to complement the walls, but I wanted it to contrast the flooring, considering the second floor is made out of spruce slabs. But as you saw when we were approaching our house, this is what the balcony looks like. This is where I'm going to store my flowers at when, say, it's raining and I don't want them to drown within the rain and such, because there is a thing of too much of a good thing. There is such a thing as too much of a good thing. That's the way the saying goes. But then right here we have my little bedroom, and I have a nice little office desk. And although I am using these flower pots as what they are, flower pots, I decided, you know what, we're going to pretend that this is a little coffee mug where I can have my morning joe at. So then when I get out of bed and I go downstairs and fix myself a cup, I can then bring it back up here, do some morning stretches, maybe even work out on the balcony just beside my plants, or well, I guess in front of my plants if they're sitting on the table there. But I have one small issue with my fantasy house, and I'm going to ask for your help on this, alright? So let me know what ideas you have in the comment section below. Right now, this portion of my fantasy house, the ceiling is really, really high up, as if that wasn't obvious enough. And I kind of want to bring it down to where it is about right where that block level of polished diorite is at, just above the horizontal dark oak beams. But I don't want to just fill in the space with blocks. I want to try and make it look cool. So if anyone has any ideas as to how we can fill in the space here, utilizing it so that we can help prettify our house from the inside, that is, then feel free to let me know in the comment section below. One idea that I did have was to create some type of a chandelier out of iron bars and then creating end rods. However, I don't think I have the appropriate resources that will enable me to create end rods. But I suppose that's for another episode, or maybe even another Twitch live stream. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, then leave a like, and if you are new to the channel, then I invite you to check out the rest of it. But don't forget to turn on notifications when subscribing. That way you'll be notified when future Minecraft and other gameplay content is uploaded by yours truly, Vanillaraccoon. But I'd like to wish you all a happy day, and peace out.